You know, I got this load from my broker in Wisconsin. I wasn't really planning to come over the road, right? But he called me for the fact that he's like one of my best brokers. He called me and said, "Hey, I got a load. The shipper don't want the load to stay there till Friday. So can you go pick it up and drop it up Monday?" Can you believe that I picked up the load Thursday? It was on my truck until Monday. I'm here in Ivan, Texas, Dallas, Texas, whatever. So I got here on the rate it say 8 to 5. All right, Monday 8 to 5. And on the BOA is also the same thing, 8 to 5. Even the broker, he's surprised because there is no appointment required. I got here, I called him because they say you have to call whoever in charge of receiving. You have to call in order for them to come offload something. So I called this dude and said, "Oh, you don't have an appointment?" I said, "Hell no. There's no appointment required." So I told him, I said, "Well, it was an appointment required. On the BOL and the reconfirmation, it's 8 to 5. But they actually have it out there 8 to 4:30. And I'm here before that. You know, it's not even 1 o'clock yet. But there ain't nobody to offload my truck. And you know what? The sad thing is I have to cancel the load that was taking me to Oklahoma. All right, $600 load, 208 miles. So take me to Oklahoma, pick it up today, and the broker says it's straight wrong or tomorrow, depending on what time that he got someone to cover that, right? If someone covered that load early morning, that would have been a straight wrong. But cover that later, you know. So the broker told me you can drop it out tomorrow, which was okay with me. But my goal was to drop it off in Oklahoma and pick up something from Oklahoma, maybe go down to Missouri, and then from Missouri, St. Louis, whatever, I could run Amazon to take me to Illinois, whatever the case might be. Because today, October 20, next week, let's say this week, we're talking about Thanksgiving weekend, right? So I don't want to be able to roll past the weekend. But now, this guy going to make it hard for me. And that's what I'm saying, that a lot of these receivers, they push truck drivers to go out of business sometime, right? Many truck drivers going out of business is all due to miscommunication between brokers, receiver, and shipper. All right? Shipper will give the load to broker, tell the broker, "Hey, I want it there by Monday." So therefore, the broker will put that on the label. But if the receiver did not inform the broker any specific deliver schedule, the broker would just go by whatever the receiver or the shipper give to him, right? So the broker told me, "Hey, so long you there Monday between 8 to 5, you'll be all right." And I wanted to be here so I could pick up another load, and thankfully I was able to grab another load. But unfortunately, I have to call the broker and say, "Hey, this is the situation." Brokers report you when you cancel on them, but you have to have some valuable reason why you cancel on a broker, right? So don't just sign on a rate confirmation and the broker send you the rate confirmation, then you go on a low bowl, you see another low pay maybe $3 per mile, then you cancel that low. You're not going to last in business because broker will report you to 411. But in this situation, brokers know very well that it happens, and there is no way as the owner, operator, or truck driver, whatever, I could control this one. I am not going to put that load in the parking lot because I have to go complete the other load. Don't do that if you're in the same situation. The reason I'm bringing this up is that my driver, a couple months ago, he came to deliver a load here in Dallas for Kroger grocery store. All right, from the same broker that I'm talking about right now. So when he got here, we delivered the load and everything, and my driver picked up another load going back to Memphis, Tennessee. So then the manager called my broker, said, "Hey, when this guy's gonna come pick up the load that they drop off here?" And the broker was like, "What load?" He said, "Well, they drop off a load and they said they were gonna come pick it up right back or whatever, early in the morning or something like that." So somebody that didn't know what they were doing, they dropped the load in the wrong location, or they wanted to go either do something with the truck and then they drop out the load to the receiver and things like that. So the receiver was confused. He thought for a second it was my driver. Then my broker called me and said, hey, when are you going to go pick up? I said, what are you talking about, bro? Like, seriously, what are you talking about? Then he said, oh, no. When he went deep into it, he said, I apologize. That wasn't you guys. It was somebody else. And he told me the story later. You know, so I'm telling you guys, no matter the money you want to make, do not take another person's load and drop it off to another location, because that manager, if that specific load was something valuable, he could take it and he's not going to be responsible for that. So therefore, your company going to be the one responsible. You're going to pay that thousands of dollars of whatever lawsuit, things like that. So never leave your load somewhere in the parking garage or something like that. You know, even when I was doing Amazon, when I go drop off to an Amazon location, I see some people already drop out a load and they walk away because they want to be on time. Well, if you drop out a load and the post office did not sign off on that, the post office is not aware of that, the post office is not here yet, and you just drop out the load thinking that the camera are going to protect you. Well, if anything happened to that load, you know, if anything happened to that load, the post office is not going to give you any explanation. Who signed off on the load? Was somebody here when you drop it up? No. So you on your own. You're going to tell them to look at the camera? Well, the camera is not for you. The camera is not for you. So even if the post office want to take that load and then blame it on you, it's on you. Because technically, you didn't give it to anybody. So those of you who doing Amazon and you go to a location, you drop out a load without seeing someone from the post office to actually confirm that you were there, you are doing wrong. Because down the road, if somebody go, like, let me be honest with you. Right now, things are getting super expensive. I'm sitting next to the airport guy. Things are getting super expensive. People are going around stealing stuff left and right. People are jumping into post office car, Amazon deliver van, and stuff like that. So when you think about the post office, you leave a load and nobody's watching because you want to go drop off another one and be on time. That's a bad move, because that could come around in the future and you're going to be responsible. And that's one of the reasons that a lot of guys shut down, because some of them got in trouble. Some of them got in trouble. So, you know, I'm not going to leave a load out here. All right. So, like I said, a situation like that, all right, when you tell the broker understand, because it happened. And he's not going to hold me for any, no. He's not going to hold that against me. He's not going to report me or whatever the case might be, because I was able to tell him what exactly is going on here. All right. So, therefore, he's not going to report me to 411 or anything. But if the broker already give you the rate confirmation once again, and you go out there, cancel that load because you saw another good load on the load bowl. And these are some of the reasons some of you got a bad score also when it comes to Amazon, because you book a load for $2 per mile going one way. Amazon pay one way. All right. If Amazon paying you $4 per mile to go 200 miles, you need to think that that right there is for 400 miles, because you're going to come back another 200 miles empty. So if you see the load going 200 miles for $2 per mile, are you going to get another load coming back? Do not book it, because if you're coming back, keep in mind that load will be $1 per mile. All right. So some of you guys book a load on Amazon, and then later Amazon drop a good paying load, and then you're like, oh no, I'm going to take this one. Then you cancel that load and you book that one, but you're messing up your score. So my advice to you, if you're doing Amazon full time, is just hold on to your phone. Amazon will pay really good if everybody hold on to their phone. I'll be honest with you. Amazon will pay really good if everybody hold on to their phone, or everybody know what they're doing, if you know what you're doing. So now my broker, he's going to pay me for layover. All right. one thing I want to let you guys know, we as carriers, owner operator, whatever, we are losing money because brokers are reducing their detention fees and their layover fees. Not just this broker, but every broker. So when you get a rate confirmation, you want to read your rate confirmation. It tells you before you sign up on that, you want to read that before you sign up. All right, it will tell you how much they're actually paying for detention and how much they're actually paying for layover and how many hours you need to be on site before the detention begins. Every brokers, when you arrive at 1 o'clock and the receiver or shipper haven't do anything yet, you will be there 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, right? 3 o'clock. Then your detention started counting. The first 2 hours are free, okay? The first 2 hours are free. So you got to keep that in mind. So do not just go crazy on a broker. When you go to a site and the shipper or receiver is not taking care of you, just wait. All right? Just wait. You can manage by talking to the shipper or receiver to see if somebody going to offload you in the meantime. But if nobody offload you and you've been out there for 2 hours, do not go requesting a detention from that broker because that first 2 hours are free. Every brokers across the board, they're free. So now, this broker used to pay about $50 per detention, right? But now they drop it to $25. They used to pay, I don't know how much they were paying for layover, but now they drop it up to $125. And this is not just this broker, it's most of the brokers, because they know they are paying a lot of money into detention and layover, so they try to reduce the fees. You know, they cut down the rate and they're cutting down the detention as well. So when you get your rate confirmation before you sign up, make sure you look at your detention and all of those stuff. Read that before you sign up. So you don't want to go crazy on the broker later. Say, oh, why are you paying $25? You're making yourself sound stupid because you didn't read your rate confirmation. So read your rate confirmation before you even sign up. All right. I honestly never knew I was going to lay over here, but I know that he's paying $25 per detention per hour, and layover is $125. All right. But I told you, I said, boss, $125 for me being here all day is nothing. So he understand, and what he did, just to keep the good relationship, is to pay me $300 for layover. I mean, what can you do? And like I said, some receiver are the reason some people are going out of business. Instead of me being able to move a load, even though the load I got going to Oklahoma was $600, but let's say if I got a good load or going straight back to Illinois, good money, right? I won't be able to make that money, but I'm making $300. So some of these shippers and receivers are the reason why some people are going out of business. Miscommunication. They're not communicating right with the brokers. All right? I think as a receiver, you need to tell the shipper that, hey, I order this for you, but make sure you tell the broker or the truck driver this is what they need to do. Because if the broker is not aware of it, he's not going to send me out here if he knew that this shipper was going to hold me till tomorrow. He tried calling that guy like 3 different times to negotiate with him. You know, he told me, he said, it doesn't sound like he's going to come out here because baby's crying in the background. All right. Some people don't have the manpower. Maybe they just need some, it got to be a new warehouse. They just need some supply in order to remodel in the warehouse so it's not like folded open yet. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. Just trying to organize it. So there's not many people in there right now. Not anybody in there. So somebody have to come and open the door. And that person is the one that either watching the baby or something. So I'm just telling you guys to be careful. It's tough right now. The rate is bad. If you got one broker, no matter the situation, try to cool your temper, okay? Take it easy. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to try looking for another load for tomorrow pickup because my truck got to be empty based on what I'm experiencing right now. My truck going to be empty 7 o'clock in the morning before I even go on the low board or something like that. because I don't want to cancel another load on another broker. But I will see you guys in the next video. Peace and love.